Well, guess what time it is again? Yes, we have another author's books that have been received in order for me to be able to proof them and make sure they're good so I can press that release button. So here we go. We have 2 books here. I'm so excited. Okay, so this one, Steps to Success Workbook. That one here goes, and I'm going to make sure you can see that. Yeah, see, there we go. There we go. Yeah. That one is the processes that I talk about in my book, Into the Mirror. And Into the Mirror is available on ebook. It is with the editor to go through it one more time in order for me to release it to print. So that should be happening this month as well. That's my goal. And I talk about the processes that I took after I left the cult. And what I found when I was reviewing Into the Mirror was that I needed to break those down a little bit more for you in a step-by-step. So I decided to do a workbook so that I can show you step-by-step. And you know what? I'm very happy with the way it looks. You can see this is a lot bigger than the normal size that I do. Let's see if we can get that. There we go. There. Yeah. All right. So this is book size, and this is an A4 workbook size. And the reason why, and I'm just going to show you, the reason why, this is what you're going to get in here. Let's see. There we go. I've just made things so that, I'm going to show you some goodies. You have everything step by step. And you guys are seeing this. I'm actually looking at this for the first time as I'm showing you. So, yeah, you can kind of see that. All right. Step that back there. All right. There. That looks better. All right, so that's kind of giving you a little bit of what we're doing. And just go through a little bit more. Everything is looking good. I'm very happy. So I break everything down. I break it down. Yeah, very much. Break it down. Not so sure about this page here. Not so sure about that layout. I may have to adjust that one, but that's a quick fix. So as you can see, I break down my processes into discovery, strategy, design, and execution. And then I explain, these are the steps. Step 1, that goes into discovery. This is the steps that go into the strategy. This is the steps that go into design, and this is the steps that go into execution phase. And I talk about it. And then here is the fun part that I think you are going to love. So I explain each one of the steps, and then I give you a checklist here of how to do it. And then I show you an example of what I have done, real life of what I have done. And we go through every step, and I'm giving you an example of what I have done in utilizing this, and it goes through all of the steps that we do. This kind of gives you, and that is the reason why it's a little bit bigger, because the forms are bigger. I give you areas to put your thoughts as far as this, because it is an actual workbook, and I'm looking through this, guys, and I'm just really, really liking it. I think you're going to like this as well. So yes, I'm going to go through this a little bit more, but I do believe this is going to get pushed All right, so what is this? This is now your toolbox. So as I showed you, this is a step-by-step process, and you can see here, it's you simplify, thrive, evolve, persevere, and sustain. Those are the steps. And I break them down, like I showed you here. But the exciting part of this is I then go and put all the blank forms in this toolbox. Because as you see here, this is part of the Ember Within series, which I'm really excited to explain to you. But let me show you this real fast. So you can see, I briefly explain it here, but the rest of this book is just the forms. So the toolbox is just the forms. So when you go and I release my other 30-day motivational challenges, which are part of the Ember Within series, all you have to do is, if you so want to, is set some goals, and then you can just plug it right in, grab one of these, plug it right in, and you have your goal that you can accomplish. And the Ember Within series, I'm liking this, guys. I'm excited. Giving you the same, so you can kind of it's like a guided journal. That would probably be the best way. And every one of the steps, so that is what the toolbox is. It is the blank. So I go and I explain. Let's show that. Okay, there we go. So see, this one here is these are the forms in the execution phase. So I break down each one of the steps and I make that happen. So guess what I've got to do this weekend? I'm going to review these. I'm going to review both of these, and it looks like I may do one little tweak on this one. I'm not quite happy with the placement on that one form, and but everything else, just real quickly, I think it is. So my goal is this weekend to go and push that release button, and when that is done, it'll be ready in 72 hours. So we are making things happen. I think you're going to love these. All right, so what am I doing? Just real quickly, what am I doing to kind of catch you up? All right. I have been reading from this on Twitter. I have been reading a poem almost every day on there. I'm also starting to do this on Instagram, just to kind of give you guys a little bit of time to enjoy just listening and taking your mind away from all the cares of the world. So that is what I'm working on for you guys on an almost daily basis. I am also really close to releasing or giving my book number 3, With Wings of Blue Flame, to the editor. So my goal is I will be releasing that in June. The exciting part, though, which I'm excited about, is with Wings of Blue Flame, I will also be doing another set of workbooks to go with that. So Wings of Blue Flame, what is that? Wings of Blue Flame talks about the transition that I did when I had left the cult. I had finally obtained my degrees and I was going into the workforce. So learning how to communicate with individuals that were outside of the cult, learning how to work with them outside of the cult environment, and that was an interesting process in and of itself. And so I talk about personality profiling, learning about my own personality, learning about how my personality interacts with other people. I talk and share about interviewing with that, so I could present myself well. And when I was writing that book, and I finished it off, and I realized I needed to do some workbooks for that, just like how I did with these, and breaking down those interviewing skills a little bit more. So I'm going to hand off this book to the editor here in the next couple of weeks. Let her do her magic. And while she's doing that, I will be doing 2 more workbooks with Wings of Blue Flame. I don't know what I'm going to call those workbooks yet. I'm thinking it's probably going to be View My Resume Today. That's a project that I did several years ago that I have broken that down into and implemented that into a couple of my books, Into the Mirror and With Wings of Blue Flame. And so that is what I am working on. So today you are getting what just came in the mail and an update of what I'm doing to get out some information to you that I hope you find value. And this is what I would like to say to you. My job is to share how I've overcome a life of being in a cult, learning how to transition and evolve. And that's my job. That's what I do. That's what I share with you. And I give it my very best. I give it to you with my heart. Whether or not you find value in what I share, that's out of my control. But this is what I'm trying to do, and I hope you'll find value in it as much as it helped me. And I'm looking forward to being able to share with you some more things. So lots of fun things that are happening this year. The last 2 years of intense writing has really been paid off. And the other fun thing I have to share, the very last thing I have to share is, are you ready? Okay, so is in June, I will begin writing fiction. Now, here's the fun part. I have probably a dozen short stories that I have written, so it won't take me long to be able to get them released and out to you. But I'm actually 6 months ahead of when I was going to start writing fiction. So I'm pretty excited about that. So remember to stay safe, and you're awesome, and thank you for all your support.